Probably the biggest question I get about the MX Sport is how's the iron performance? How does this detector perform in an old home site where there's a lot of iron targets that you might not necessarily want to dig? Iron is the kryptonite of metal detecting. And this guy's probably the worst offender. This is a nail. I've probably dug enough of these to put a new roof on my house, but the thing about nails is that where you find them, you find other stuff. You find good stuff, stuff you want to keep. So today we're going to look at the MX Sport's iron response and target separation to see just how it performs against a nail. One of the things I wanted to show you guys before we got started is my Gopro mount here. This is the Gopro Hero Session 4, which is the small one. It's got about 2 hours of battery life and about the same run time. And then a couple of different clips here with an arm so I can show you what's on the screen. All right, so the MX Sport's on. I'm gonna go ahead and ground balance it over here. You can see pretty strong ground with a phase reading of 66. So there's the quarter. It's reading solid quarter. Now, for this demonstration, I actually have the rejection volume on. What rejection volume does is it makes it to where if you have a discriminated range, instead of it nulling the threshold, instead of getting a silence on your threshold when you go over a discriminated range, it plays a tone at this volume level. This is a percentage of your set volume level for your accepted range. So I'm going to set mine at about 50% volume. Now listen, on the quarter, it's nice and loud, but on the nail, it plays it at about 40%. You can see it's jumping around. Nails tend to do that. So that's good if you want to hear everything and use your ears to discriminate on their own of what you want to dig and what you don't. Easy hit on the quarter. So let's take these and move them closer. Each one of these hash marks is an inch. So that's 5 inches apart. Let's see if we can still pick up the quarter. Easy. And the VDI is still reading. Solid quarter range. It is bouncing around for the nail, so we still got both targets. Now let's move them right next to each other. So nail is completely horizontal. It's touching the quarter. Let's see if we can still pick the quarter up. Now you can see the VDI has jumped down about a point, but you'd still dig that target. Now this test, I'll do the easy one first. Easy is with the nail vertical. Easy. And now this is with a stock sensitivity is 7. So we're just default settings except for the rejection volume. Now vertical's the easy part. Let's turn the nail horizontal, see if we can still pick up the quarter underneath it. It gets a little harder with the nail sideways. But not for the MX Sport. It's still reading solid 82. One nail, I'm not buying it. Let's try two. These are two horizontal nails on top of the quarter. So it's jumping around. VDI is jumping around from about 60 up to 81. A little bit of a broken tone, but that's two horizontal nails on top. How about some more nails? That's 5 nails. I don't know, I'm still not convinced. All right, so this is a wire brush. This is a small forest of iron. You can see with the rejection volume, I'm getting that lower volume tone, and it's jumping around between -70, -54. Let's see if the MX Sport can see a quarter on top of this wire brush. Bam. 82. Quarter. Definitely a quarter. I'm still not convinced though. Let's try it with, let's just go for all these nails. There's 2 small nails horizontally. We'll put these big ones, they've got more iron in them, so we're gonna leave them vertical. We'll put that one right on top there. So this is a wire brush. This is 2 horizontal nails and 3 large vertical nails, and the MX Sport is still picking up the quarter. Now the VDI is jumping around a little bit. Seeing copper penny dime. I would still dig that target. With all that iron on top of it, I would still dig and hopefully find that quarter. That's why when people ask me how the MX Sport's iron performance and target separation is, I tell them it's pretty good.